I'll show you how to remove this cup holder back here for easy cleaning. Of course, it's rubber, so you can wipe it out. If you spill something minor in it, if you got a big mess, though, if you want to remove it from here, it's not too hard to get out. Basically, what you want to do is you want to lift up on the front part, this trim piece here, pull up evenly, it'll snap off. If you work your way around the edge, you may need a body tool if you haven't done this one before. If you do, make sure you use a plastic tool so you don't scratch up your trim. If you go from the inside, at least it's a rubber insert here. You're not going to mess up your chrome trim piece. And just kind of go slow, work your way. It should pop off there fairly easy. Don't pull too hard because you don't want to snap anything. Just want to lift up easily and work your way down. That's the front piece off of it. Once you have that off, you can lift up on here. Now you lift up toward the front and you pull it outward. This piece of rubber actually fits up underneath this piece of trim here. So when you put it back in, if you put a little bit of anything, lubricant of some sort, if you use like Dawn dishwashing liquid or something like that, get it wet, it'll slide up under there a little bit easier. You could use like a petroleum jelly or something like that, but of course that's going to make a mess. You're going to have to clean it up when you're done. But you can put this back in without removing this piece of trim if you want to. How to remove this piece of trim, you will need a body tool, probably a small one. Hook it down in the bottom first. The same thing, just kind of work your way around. Try to keep my head out of the camera here if I can. And again, take your time, you don't want to break this. It is plastic, it's fairly durable, but it's not steel, so you can break it. Again, if you could just get right behind it, it'd be a lot easier than trying to keep your head out of the way while you're trying to film, so it should come off fairly easy for you. And slow and steady wins the race. If you go quick, you're going to break some of those little tabs off, and as you can see, there's half a dozen tabs around there, actually half a dozen tabs on each side. Once you have this piece off, that'll make it easier to drop your cup holder back in, put your trim piece back on, snap it back in place, and you're done. So I put the drink holder back in. There's 4 little tabs on the corners here. Actually, there's 5 tabs. Pop it in, line your tabs up. It should just kind of fit right back in place. Once you do that, you want to put your trim piece on. Mine's chrome, yours may be a different color. If you want to clean that first, you can. I'm going to actually take mine out and clean it real quick. Alright, back to it. Now these tabs here, when you're putting this back on, actually push towards the front of the vehicle. So start with the back first. And again, if you push straight in towards the front of the console, they'll pop right in place. Once you get those in, start working your way around. Doesn't matter which side you do. And just start working them in. And be careful not to snap them. So if they don't pop right in, reposition them and try again. I'm going to pause the camera to do this because I've got to get straight behind it so I can push in evenly on them. If I push it at an angle, I'm probably going to break something. So I'm going to pause that till I pop those back in. So this piece is back on now. Again, took my time, make sure they pop right back in. Should go in really easy. If you're pushing hard, you're going to break them. Down here on these bottom corners, I did take my thumb and pull out a little bit, and this kind of fits in behind there, but just a little bit, so you don't have to pull this piece off to actually do that. This piece does pop off. I'm not sure, there's a center catch in here somewhere. It may be from inside the console, so I didn't pull this piece off. Don't need to. Once I've got that piece on, then our top cover piece just pops right back on. That's all there is to it.